overall inside of this, I'm going to walk you now through what we think is the better way, right? That we think there's a way to be leaning in on this set of change in the industry to drive that exponential results for yourself and for your clients. Let me talk to you about what the next steps are. So when we start this process, right, I'm going to start with the idea that you have to have a belief and identify your consumer data layer vision, right? What I mean by that is, if you're an agency that said it's really hard to get my clients to share my first party data with me, it's really hard to get access to their CRM files, it's really hard to understand, who's purchasing online on their website versus offline in their stores. I don't really understand how to get the intersection of who those customers are and how they can help drive results. And maybe some of that's because the campaign's fully run through Meta and you're letting Meta do all the optimization. But if you do that and you extrapolate that concept a few years forward, not a lot of value there if Meta is going to continue to invest in tools that make this easier and easier to do turnkey, right? There's not a lot of differentiation if you don't have access to client first-party data and if you can't leverage your own data. Every agency sits on massive amounts of data, from ad exposure events to third-party data assets that they have to performance data that they share with their clients. How do you bring that data together, bid strategies, information that only you have, and integrate it with how you've been able to reach the right customer for your clients? That's part of your consumer data layer vision. We need to lean in on that to say, I know where I can add the most value, and I know how it will help me, not just on understanding who the best customer is, but understanding how it's going to help me identify that customer, target that customer, build predictive models of who the next customer is, measure and optimize the results across platforms and partners to make sure I'm getting it, and discover the folks that maybe I didn't know were the best customer, but now I can start to learn it.